Sunday, September 25. The sun pierces a crisp, chill morning. Rain forecast earlier had scurried through the previous night, allowing a dry, spirited, but nippy start to the bicentennial run. Everyone rose early for a busy day, not the least the military police, who are quite used to organising things on a grand scale. With a gathering of this size at Glenelg, the logistics to move so many people and cars has to be spot on.
The organisation of the car seems to be going very, very well. How has it been up to now? Good?
Yes, no
You're
hitches.
keeping everybody under control?
Oh, yes, more or less.
They are behaving themselves because it's very early in the morning, so everybody hasn't awoken yet, obviously.
Oh, no, they seem to be finding their places in there until they start moving off then in the right direction.
OK, I'm here. So what do I do first? There's vintage, veteran, Cadillacs, Chryslers, costumes, motorbikes, people, personalities. What's the most important? Excuse me. Where's breakfast?
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, thank you. As I can see, you're the chef in the family.
I'm assistant chef.
Assistant chef, there are two of you.
This is number one chef. Good morning.
What are you driving up in?
A 1930 Austrian 7, 25 rugby, sorry, 25 rugby. And what is it, a 36 roll?
Considering everyone was up at the crack of dawn without so much as a cup of tea to get them on their way, breakfast tents like these were a welcome sight. Now, a simple breakfast looks easy, doesn't it? Except if you're 4 feet high and...
Trying to get a drink.
I'll have a cup of coffee if you've got one, thanks.
You want a croissant as well?
Croissant, yes, I'll have a croissant. That'd be lovely.
Get the German clean plate.
What exactly are you driving today?
The Whippet.
The Whippet.
20
You're driving a dog. 4 of you are riding a dog.
Here.
That's a lovely dog.
Are you enjoying your breakfast?
Oh,
yes,
marvellously.
definitely. What time did you get here this morning?
Would have got out of bed
10 to
before
6.
5. 10 to 6.
Oh, enthusiast, obviously.
Well, there's 3 carloads of us, see?
Oh, my goodness. What kind of automobiles are you driving in?
36 Chevrolets.
By the gear, I should have known. Well, obviously, this must be Ma and Pa Kettle's truck. Have a look at this. There's hay and there's some very suspicious-looking creatures here. Now, there's been bacon, there's been eggs everywhere. I wonder if this is the supply.
You don't get nervous about women drivers at all with a car like this?
I'm terrified.
Did you know the brake is on the wrong side?
What, compared to what you
Well, my
normally drive?
accelerator's in the middle where I usually put my foot on the brake.
So you're getting used to it.
Yes,
Well, I've
first
never
time
driven it
Shirley's
before.
driven it.
So you'll be taking
I'm
it up to...
shaking, can't you
You'll be
see?
taking it up to Birdwood.
Oh, I don't know. He just dumped me in the seat and said, you sit there, I'll crank
Well,
it.
I'm the engineer, so I've got to look after the engine. And
He lost his
oil
licence. He's not going to do it.
Well, I hope you find it again very, very soon. This is the electric one, I understand.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Long before GMH made its solar-powered racer, they had
Electric cars.
electric bakers.
Yes, that's right.
Never took off, though, did it?
No, it was a very expensive item back then, but they did have a good range, and they're very, very, very reliable. Yeah, they did have an excellent range.
Not bad
They
technology.
also set the land speed record in 1902. Not this particular vehicle, but one design, a different design, 120 mile an hour.
120 miles an hour.
120 mile an hour in 1902.
Not bad. Is Dad here?
Yeah, sure. He's coming to watch us go.
Oh, he can keep an eye on you then?
Yes.
He's not worried about you sort of putting a dent in it or anything like that, is he?
I rode off their Toyota last week.
Is that a monocle?
Oh, no. My Longer.
Oh, right.
I take those off.
Okay.
Otherwise, I come up with black eyes.
All right.
with the sun. That's. I've had those for many, many years. Buying junk boxes, you know, at op shops and things like that. And I just found them.
Are they on their first bay to Birdwood, or?
No, we were in the bay to Birdwood each time since it's been running. 4 years ago, we won it with this car.
Is it a lifestyle thing, do you think?
How do you mean a lifestyle?
Does it dominate your life?
Oh yes, definitely. When my husband's first love is the car, I think I'm the second one. And when people ask what I've contributed, I simply say my time. The time he spent with the cars, and he should have been spending with me.
At least she doesn't have to ride pillion. Accompanying the four-wheeled fleet to Birdwood will be hundreds of vintage and veteran motorcycles. Then, as now, always a breed apart.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
We're just admiring your wonderful bike.
All right.
And all dressed up to the nines.
Oh, thank you. You've got to dress the part, haven't you? Make the day
Absolutely.
work.
What year is this wonderful bike?
1939.
And you've done most of
BMW.
Yes. You've done most of the work yourself.
Yes, restored it myself.
How long did it take you?
I've owned it for 10 years. It took me about 4 years to restore.
4 years.
Yeah.
Did your wife complain?
No. I wasn't married for all of that time.
Oh, I see. There you are.
And she's been married with me while I've been doing it, so she's used to it.
Terrific. So
Yeah.
she's obviously an enthusiast as well.
Yeah, tolerant enthusiast.
Lovely. Look at the glasses. Aren't they gorgeous?
Yeah.
And your gear is all genuine?
Yes, it's all right for the time.
What year is your motorbike here?
48.
1948. And fully original?
Oh, yeah.
How do you go, I'd just like to know, how do you go driving, or riding I should say, and smoking out at the same time?
Well, it wears down quite a bit quicker. In other words, I can get 20 minutes out of it sitting down. I get about 5 minutes out of it riding.
You must look like the only steam
If it
bike.
rains, you turn it upside down.
Hello, Ron. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Isn't this a beauty?
Oh, yeah, 1942.
Indian.
Ex-war model.
What is all this? Are you going to be wearing this gear down?
I made that up mainly for the to give the kids a bit of a thrill going along the road.
Put this on. This looks
And then,
absolutely marvellous.
Yeah. And that'll.
Now,
just
what
go
do
out.
you think of this?
That's a sort of a setup.
Oh, well.
And then it'll give the kids, little ones like this, all along the road up there.
A thrill.
And some of the blokes give me a pain in the neck because they go along like stuffed dummies and won't give the kids a bit of a wave and that riles me, so I thought I'd do something about it.
As you can see, it's very, very tiring being into the Bay to Birdwood. Mind you, it still is only about, 10 past 7 in the morning, and this guy's got a very, very long day. If he's going to drive like that, I'm going to make sure that I'm well behind him.
Now, this doesn't look like if it's really been done up.
Never.
Never.
It's original.
Really?
Real original.
Where did you find it?
I found it in a shed at Strathalbyn. It's.
Tell us the story.
It was on blocks.
Yeah.
With the wheels off the ground. Sat there for 39 years.
Without being touched?
Without being touched. The chap bought it at a clearing sale for £10.
Oh, £10?
I paid him $2,000 for it. We took a battery, some petrol, and we pumped the tyres up and started it and drove it home.
Morning all.
Good morning. Is you running a bit fast today, or?
Oh, it sort of had a little bit of a problem getting here. It needed a new tail shaft and a new back axle and a new universal joint and a bush.
Yeah, well...
It took about 3 weeks.
Yeah, minor details, I suppose, but you're here, right?
But we're here, all the way from Mount Eliza in Victoria.
Hey, quit patting me, kid. Can you get me a taxi?
The love affair with the motor car is still hot and strong, as was the early Glenelg residents' resolve to build a decent road here by laying seaweed as a protest. But relations with the government have firmed since, and as he's done before, Premier John Bannon did the honours, resplendent in old world finery. With that, the 1988 Bay to Birdwood is at last on the run. Ahead a 60-kilometre trip that will prove a delight for some, heartache for others, but a lifetime of memories all round. Some, like Rafferty's Rule star John Wood, are in their first and soak it all in. Others just couldn't believe their eyes.